Welcome to It's Giving Sus, the podcast where the line between the intriguing and the unsettling is blurred. Every episode, we dive deep into the world of true crime and scandals, bringing you the most suspicious and jaw-dropping stories from around the world. There's so much crazy stuff going on, and we need to talk about all of it. Bizarre happenings, scams, cults, crimes, or controversial figures, we're here to dissect it all. Nothing is off limits. Join us as we unpack and comprehend this episode's story. And remember, if it's giving sus, stay curious and stay skeptical.
Warning. This episode contains discussion of extremely sensitive topics. Please check the show notes for more details before proceeding. We ask that you please take caution when listening. If you or someone you know is in need of resources, please check the episode notes for more information. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Giving Sus, the podcast where the line between the intriguing and the unsettling is definitely blurred. Oh man, it's Sunday night at about 8 p.m. We should not be filming, but
we had a weekend.
Yeah. And more importantly, I wanted to get our thoughts out about the new documentary, Quiet on the Set, because it's rent-free in my brain and I need it out.
Yeah.
I need it gone.
I've been literally thinking about it all week.
And even before it came out, I was like anticipating it. So we watched it together, half of it. We live reacted on our phones, which actually got a lot of views on TikTok. I was like, damn, okay.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cute. I like that. I think we'll do more of that.
That shit's nasty, bro. Just can't. And then they still let him do more shows? That's crazy.
Who are they going to tell on?
And they're all scared that their careers are going to end.
But I think it's like the power trip of it all with like Hollywood, because almost as like they had to just keep going through it if they wanted to do anything in Hollywood. And this is so crazy because I didn't know we were going to be hearing from like the backstage people. We haven't even heard from the kids.
Yeah.
Like we've heard a couple things with the penis nose character. But we've only heard from these two female writers.
I know.
Episode 1 is I'm unwell.
I know.
My childhood is destroyed. Everything I've known. Well, we've known this, but like still, seeing this and hearing this is so good.
And hearing it, yeah.
It's not good, but this is like so. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To talk to this
my
person.
God.
I struggle with this and I can't call the police. All I can do is make sure I keep her far away from him.
Dude.
It was heavy. The last two episodes, I mean, the first two were heavy in its own way, but the last two just...
Yeah, and the first two really surprised me. Like, I didn't think we were going to hear from cast and crew, or obviously cast, but not crew, and the writers. I was shook from what even the women and adults had to put up with on set. 3 and 4 was more stuff we kind of knew and had ideas about, but we did hear from Drake Bell speaking publicly for the first time about his abuse.
And his parents too, right?
Yeah, the dad, my heart was broken for him, and we'll get into that. When they dropped the trailer and he walked in and sat in that empty chair, I was like, I could not wait. Like, I was like, please. So it's been rent-free since the trailer dropped.
Yeah.
And we knew this was coming, but it's here.
Yeah. I just, like you said, I think there was a lot of crazier shit that happened behind the scenes that I don't think like anyone was really aware of.
Yeah.
And that shit was crazy.
Yeah. And I think we just know like the tip of the iceberg. Like, I think there's so much more. I think there's so many NDAs still in place. We know that Nickelodeon tried to offer hush money to Jeanette McCurdy, and there's still people defending Nickelodeon and defending Dan.
Yeah. Think about it too. When people speak out, more people tend to follow. It only takes a couple people.
Yeah.
It really does. So,
and everyone's talking about it. Everyone's covering this story, when before there would be these like individual allegations and they kind of get swept under the rug. And I learned that Nickelodeon is owned by CBS and Viacom. So it goes way deeper and way bigger than just Nickelodeon. There was a lot of people up from Dan who could have intercepted or had some oversight or something. But unfortunately, from what we learned, a lot of these people on the set, the writers, the crew, and the cast, like, didn't feel that they had anybody to go to report these kind of things. To me, it sounded like Dan was like the end all be all. Like, there's no one else. If that's the way Dan wants it, that's how it's going to be.
And they were outcasted too. And their career was essentially ended. Some of these kids' careers just were done. Bye. Out later.
Right.
It's a hard decision to make because, like, that's your money, that's your income. Some parents did do the right thing and take their child out of situations, and that's good. And then, you know, some didn't. And that's also unfortunate.
Right.
But at the same time, we don't know what kind of backgrounds that these people had. We don't know what kind of incomes that they had before this, and I'm sure they just wanted to do good for their children. And I think that's what, most parents want. So
besides Jeanette McCurdy's mom.
Besides that bitch.
Yeah, she wanted.
And Drake Bell's mom.
Yes. But I'm okay. We saw a TikTok earlier saying she's to blame. I mean, I have a thought, and we'll get there, because I believe a lot of things had to happen for Drake Bell to be put in that position to be abused. And I think that the mom was also playing into the grooming of his abuser.
Yeah.
So, well, let's get into it. We have a statement from Nickelodeon that just came out since the documentary dropped, and it's interesting. And I wanted to start with it because we're going to go through a timeline of other allegations that have happened. And of course, they're deflecting. They're not, they're Nickelodeoning or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, God, I love that I'm my own editor, because I could just do whatever the fuck I want. Oh, I'm Dan Schneider.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm Dan.
You did give me a foot massage before this.
And a zoom in.
And a zoom in.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm like, I can do whatever I want. I can put you in any position I want. I'm Dan Schneider. But you're not a child. And you don't have an NDA. Yet. All right. Statement from Nickelodeon. Nick. God, I need to not do that. It's just such a big part of my childhood that, like,
it's super sad.
I can't not. Like,
it's hard to wrap your head around it, honestly, because, like you said, big part of your childhood, you grew up watching these shows, and you think
they raised us,
and you think these kids are like living, like, when you're a kid and you're seeing these kids on these television shows, like, you're like, holy shit, that's so cool.
That's everything you want to be. Everything you want to do.
So cool. These kids are so
And there's no parents, miraculously.
Like, what?
Wow.
You think they get to do whatever they want? No.
So our statement. Though we cannot corroborate or negate any allegations of behaviors from production decades ago, Nickelodeon, as a matter of policy, investigates all formal complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace environment free of harassment or other kind of inappropriate conduct. Our highest priorities are the well-being and best interest, not just of our employees, cast and crew, but of all children, and we have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience.
Okay.
You sure about that?
Sure about that? I mean, think about all the approval that some of that stuff had to go through that made these television shows.
But did it? Or was it just
Dan Schneider?
I don't know. Because Dan has spoken out now, which I cannot wait to get into in a minute. And he wants to put all of the blame on, there were so many people who signed off on this. There was so much of this and that. And then when we hear from the cast and crew, they're like, no, if Dan said it was going to be in there. So we don't know. But that's his excuse. But
I mean, I guess that's just crazy how much control he really had over all these people.
This was the number one. This was it. This was TV for kids. Biggest ever cable television
Nickelodeon
network.
or Disney.
And so many people watch this. Record breaking everything ever. And no, parents, did our parents not watch this and be like, hey, yo, why is that pickle going through a door hole? Where were they?
A literal glory hole.
A pickle hole. We're going to start off, though, with some extra weird shit. That's what I have this category titled. And these are
extra weird shit.
These are all allegations and assumptions that viewers over the years have put together with some insiders. I'll put the sources in our notes, and I don't know if they're credible or not, but allegedly, for the record, the design of the Nickelodeon colors and the logo, we're going to talk about that too, were intentionally made to cause a little bit of panic in people who are watching it, meaning children, very impressionable, vulnerable beings. And they are the international colors of distress, which are the green and bright orange.
That's just so weird to me.
Like, why not purple and blue?
I mean, just send
Red and yellow.
Send children into what, like fight or flight mode all the
right.
time? Like, that's crazy.
And I don't think it's meant to like do a scare, but more of like the anticipation. Like, what am I going to see? This is exciting. Like, this is green and orange. I don't know, man. Allegedly, right?
Yeah.
But just a fun little fact to put in there.
I mean, marketing comes down to everything. Colors,
design,
placement.
font.
Yes, that's everything.
And we know things like if blue is a calming color, purple, like we know colors have these effects. And that's why if you're into feng shui, you have certain colors, you have certain elements. So is it odd or is it on purpose? Like, you guys let us know in the comments, and we're just putting the information out there. Allegedly. We heard on the street. We didn't make it up, I swear. Back in the day, Nickelodeon was non-union, so they didn't have a lot of the guidelines, structure, and oversight as a union production would. So interesting that we're hearing all of that. And I don't know the exact timelines of when they became the union, but
okay, interesting.
Another way for them to kind of make their own rules and slip through the cracks, which we saw with Hannah Gutierrez. She was non-union, they were non-union, and filming during COVID, all of the guns, and now she's in jail. So
yeah, the two writers were getting half a salary.
Oh yeah,
so that's probably why they got away with that as well.
Exactly,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
imagine splitting your salary with somebody.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. I'm sure they didn't even get paid as much.
And why did they even we're going to get into it, but why did they even structure it as that? Like, why wouldn't they okay, say it's $40K, right? Okay, well, you get $20,000 a year and you get $20,000. Why would they be like, you're going to split the salary? That's just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's not making sense. Fun fact, Josh Peck was paid as much as a mid-level engineer. So, I mean, that's a range, but it's not movie star money. And he does not get residuals. So every time his show plays, some people on there may get paid. Some people who made the music, the intro, might get paid a little bit. Not him.
None for you.
God. And
none for Gretchen Wieners.
None for Josh Peck. They just, I feel like they get into these contracts and their kids and their, we were already talking about it, with they're providing the income for some of their entire families, and they're pressured into these things. So sometimes they don't even have a choice.
And these parents, I'm sure, that are also having to sign these contracts with these children because they're children and they need a guardian. I'm sure these parents don't know what they're signing either. They don't know. And God, they're probably 1,000 pages?
A whole Bible.
Yeah. So a scroll through and I agree. Same bullshit.
Yeah.
Same bullshit.
And I also understand the point of when you're a parent and that your child gets this opportunity, you might be more pressure to just sign and whatever it is, it's fine. I just want you to have this opportunity because it might come and go. And from what it sounded like, if there was any pushback from the parents, they would just get cut. They would get less time on air and eventually be shunned away and be off the cast.
Like a cult. It's crazy.
In 2013, the Double Dare, you remember that show? So Double Dare was they had the teams, and it would be a guy and a girl. One would be the red team, one would be the blue, and they'd do the challenges.
Here comes your favorite splats, plops, icks, fizzes, yucks, and slops. Hi, I'm Mark Summers, and this video is overflowing with some of the messiest moments from Double Dare. I'm talking gross, wet whipped creamy stuff. But before we begin, let me give you a quickie overview of the show. You see, first two teams answer questions, but they can always dare the other team, who can double dare them back, and then they can take the physical challenge, which usually means some of the messiest stuff. And then the team that wins goes on to the messiest minute on television.
The host in 2013 came out and revealed, his name is Mark Summers. You guys can look this up. I'm not making things up.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
The GAK, G-A-K, he came out and said it is slang for heroin publicly. Like,
Oh.
what? So the GAK is the slime, the goo, the goop, bright green. They shoot it everywhere at everybody all the time. And I always wanted to, like, get slimed. I mean, I thought I did. All the cool kids were doing it.
Yeah.
Peer pressured, I
I
guess.
guess.
I wanted to go on Double Dare. I wanted to go on Hidden Temple. Like, I just thought, and like the kids look, they were probably a couple years older than us. I just thought it was like so cool and like
Hidden Temple was cool. I remember that show. Yep.
yeah, I have a note about that.
Oh, no.
Sorry, we're ruining
We're
your
just
child.
ruining it all.
You know
Just
what?
all of it.
We're gonna grieve here together. We're gonna be like that, wasn't what we thought it was, and we're adults and we can look back now and be disgusted.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
I mean, I feel like that's everything with life, honestly.
Like the host reveals and comes out and says that that is actually slang for heroin or cocaine, or there's other things, but why? Why not slime? Why not slime?
I don't know.
They love their little funny plays on words, and we're gonna get into that too. They think they're so freaking smart, and like nobody's gonna catch on. And people did. In writers said stuff, and he was like, no. But we'll get into that. It's coming up after these weird, fun, unfun facts. Unfun facts. In 2017, Nickelodeon animator and producer Chris Savino was accused by more than a dozen women of sexual misconduct.
Ew.
Apparently, he's only targeted adults, but more than a dozen? So, like, how many women are there? You're just out there creeping? Like, dude, what?
Every single woman.
Go to a bar.
Honestly.
Leave me alone.
Just don't do it anywhere,
Like,
please.
we're
Don't go to a bar either.
But in the workplace where
Yeah.
you have to be there, where there's a power dynamic, where you can't speak up, and already as a woman, like, people don't believe us. And like the whole thing we've already talked about, right? Like,
Yeah.
people don't come forward. But in the workplace where like they have made it clear, if you mess with them, they'll just shit can you out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
So take that shit somewhere else, not on a kid's set, not on any set.
Yeah.
Just
Zero.
actually just jump off the earth.
Yeah.
You know, the Fortnite map and the waiting where you can jump off the edge, just do that.
Just do that. Bye.
Oh, I don't know if you know this one. It's about Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
Do you know it? Maybe?
I do remember watching it.
You remember the show?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I mean, I watched it. I don't know if I would like.
I felt like I always felt like it was a little bit weird. But cool. But if it was on, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just, I don't know.
Oh, now I feel like it's not going to be cool anymore.
It's not going to be cool anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The creator of Ren and Stimpy has been accused of grooming underage girls who were interested in becoming animators. This resulted in one of them moving in with him at the age of 17.
Oh my God.
He admitted to the relationship and blamed his mental illness and addiction.
Okay. Crazy.
The power dynamic, again, right? These women who want to be animators. Oh, I can help you. I can hook you up.
Women, no, children. 17?
I'm sorry. These children.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
In 2004, Jason Handy was sentenced to 6 years in prison for using his status as a production assistant at Nickelodeon to SA children. He promised kids from his church and neighborhood that he would get them onto the shows, and he also targeted children who are already working at the studio.
I cannot.
The fact that pin in that, children working just sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
They're children. They don't need to be working. Like, we don't need kid actors. Come on, man. Like, God, at least have some oversight. After seeing this and hearing this, I'm like, take them all off.
Yeah.
Put in a robot, put in a stunt double,
An AI.
an AI, a
whatever.
cartoon. Like, God, protect these kids.
Or just have laws that help these
Protect
children.
them, yeah.
Where there's like on-site people watching over all the time or whatever.
And they're supposed to. And Dan says that in his apology video. He's like, there were always the teacher on set. There was always parents. There's always that. But statements do contradict that.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want them on set specifically because they meddled with his work as the creator.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Are you a god? Fucking Michelin man looking motherfucker. Beep. Like, get out of here with your bowl cut.
He's so
the
disgusting.
sitting in the jacuzzi.
He looks like a Jabba the Hutt.
Don't do Java like that.
Bruh.
Respectfully, they're twins.
Mm,
God.
I mean, I have a double chin, but let's be real, dude. That dude has no chin.
It's just a stump. Kira, would you look up who Jason Handy was real quick? For Nickelodeon? Nickelodeon. I do love my Reptar stuff so much, though. Maybe that wasn't Nickelodeon.
I mean, nothing's come out about the Rugrats
yeah, but there's
yet.
fucked up shit in there.
There's some dark
freaky shit, and I haven't even gone down that rabbit hole. I will, though. I took about 5 days off from true crime, and I'm just so ready to get dark. I'm in a dark place, I guess. I'm not. I'm in a good place.
Don't say that.
No, I'm in a good place. That's why I can do it. But yeah. I need a little break after what we've been talking about has been a lot. And I'm glad I took some days off. I do feel a little bit behind, but that's also okay. We don't need to cover every freaking current one.
Yeah.
But we have been wanting to do Nickelodeon. So, okay, Nickelodeon hired Azelle Chanel as an animator in 2003. They hadn't bothered to check that he was a registered sex offender.
That'd be nice to, have a background check to do for kids.
I mean, just a little one.
Just a little one.
And with a name like that, there's not too many of them, I would assume.
Probably not.
Probably pretty easy to run that one.
Yeah.
Simple search. Megan's Law is in California. I don't know if it's in other states. His employment was terminated after... Oh my God, I haven't read that. Sorry. He started offering children tours of the studio so he could abuse them. And how freaking excited would you have been as a kid? Absolutely.
Sign me the fuck up.
Nickelodeon, take me backstage, slime me, Amanda show, roast me in the chair.
Gack me.
Pickle, whatever. Gack me is crazy.
I know.
Gack me is crazy.
It's like almost gag me,
Daddy. I'm going to cut that. Our producer's laughing at us. Thanks, Stan. Just kidding. We had to make Kira laugh. So he gives kids tours. He's like, I work at Nickelodeon. Let me show you around. Me, a kid, sign me up. My parents, someone else's parents may have been like, absolutely. Why? It's Nickelodeon. It's safe. It's like Disneyland. What? Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was convicted of sexual battery and attempting to show harmful material to a minor.
Gross. Okay.
But it was thrown out because it technically might not have been the P word. Corn.
Oh.
Right on.
Cool.
Mr. Chanel. Eat rocks.
Honestly.
On Mars. Goodbye. So those were the fun fact, alleged facts. Now we're into the theories. We're getting conspiracy on them. But I think that we'll just bring them up and they're just, maybe they're real, maybe they're not.
Allegedly.
But that's not up to us. That's up to the courts and public opinion. And I'm going to share mine. Theory number 1. Amanda Bynes' secret Twitter profile.
Okay, I've heard this before.
And some people are debunking it. Some people are not. But the account did show a picture of her ID.
Wild.
How else would someone have that?
Someone have that? Yeah.
Right. You can't just find it on the internet unless they photoshopped it. I haven't seen the picture personally, and I'm also not like an ID checking person. So I would probably be like, it looks good to me. It's under the name Ashley Banks. Nastiest, ickiest thing that stood out to me was the tweet about, imagine being 13 and you had to terminate a pregnancy because your boss impregnated you. Imagine that.
Imagine.
That was a tweet from this Ashley Banks profile. The official Amanda Bynes Twitter denounced these tweets, and then the Ashley Banks profile said, I've been forced to deny this account to prevent them from having me committed against my will again.
Crazy.
Website, gossip website called Crazy Day and Night. They're posting, it's giving like TMZ, but allegedly the person who like owns it and runs it is like an attorney, but he has these connections with Hollywood and with the people, and they'll submit stuff and he does not break their identity. Supposedly Amanda had a good relationship with this person, and she allegedly, apparently sent a coded message about Dan. So whoever wrote in, it's Amanda, allegedly, said they're thanking this person who runs this website, but spells out in all capital letters, Dan did it. And at the bottom of the email, it says, like, P.S. I thought it was clever.
P.S. I thought it was clever.
Yeah, like something along those lines. And you didn't just accidentally misspell the exact capitals of Dan did it in order. And she's smart. Amanda Bynes is brilliant. As a child, seeing the videos of her at the Laugh Factory, she's so smart. She is so talented. She was born to be a star. And just seeing her and everything that's happened in her later years is just mind-blowing of how dark it got for her. The Amanda Show had such an impact on me that I can still to this day remember some of the skits and laughing with my brother and laughing with my friend or my cousin, whoever I was watching it with. I still vividly remember them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hillbilly one where they have
with all her crazy teeth. Yeah. Amazing.
So good. And it was funny for kids. And I don't feel like I was catching on to any of those jokes because the more that I learn about like what was actually going on, it's mind-blowing to me. I don't remember any of that or thinking it was weird. Not at all, because we're innocent. We're children.
Yeah.
That's why we're fucked up.
Absolutely.
That's one of the theories. Theory number one, imagine having to terminate your pregnancy at 13 because your boss impregnated you. Imagine. This is a new one that I just learned. Allegedly, the outline of the Nickelodeon logo is the same shape as Epstein Island. Are there coincidences in the world?
I mean,
or there's not?
I don't know.
I just am really like having a little internal crisis the last few weeks where I've like, these are never things that I would believe. I'm not a conspiracy person. I'm scientific. I'm really brilliant and smart and pretty. But I'm just like, I'm like, well, that's just too crazy. But the last few weeks, man, like, I think I'm a QAnon now. I've gone off the rails.
Scientology, here we come.
Oh my God, that's what started it. Damn it.
I don't even know.
Okay, well, I'm something's happening to me. I'm converting to the dark side.
This stuff is just crazy.
Yeah, I know, but I just would have never believed that. But now with just so much that we know, is it true?
Is this real?
Is anything?
Who knows?
Is anything real?
I don't know.
Epstein Island, Nickelodeon sign, same. Looks the same to me. Was it on purpose? Was it on accident? I don't know. But all their little comments and undertones that, oh, no. That was no. That's why you're thinking that way. No, because they did it that way. They did all those little things on purpose. So why wouldn't they make it Epstein Island shaped?
Why the fuck
and
not?
Orange and green if distress. Yeah. Little Uno Reverso and put the foot logo?
That's wild.
Since when? What does a foot have to do with Nick? Well, a lot. Actually.
For some people.
A lot, because it's in every scene. But before it was the splatter, like the goo, the thing, apparently Epstein Island shaped. And then they just did a little foot. Why?
That's just so...
Knowing what we know?
I feel like that's just like blatantly shoving it in people's faces at that point. But like, haha, like we know this crazy little secret.
And you don't.
And we're going to put it in your face.
And that's part of
this psycho-ass shit.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what the like whole enticing the get up, the power, the feel, I want to feel something, is that we're broadcasting this to millions of people and nobody's catching on. But once you're 20 years out take a step back, put all the pieces together, it all,
like, hey, yo.
we're seeing it now. We're seeing it now.
Yeah.
This one you asked me to add in. Dan might be the baby daddy of Jamie Lynn Spears.
Yeah.
Allegedly. According to the conspiracies of the iceberg of Nickelodeon.
But there's a picture. There's a fucking picture. And I was just like scrolling through TikTok, just mind my own business. And I see this pop up and I was like, holy shit. That's kind of crazy. I mean, based off physical appearance, I'd be like, that could be the dad. That literally low-key could be the dad.
100%.
Crazy.
And I don't think we're reaching. I don't think we're being dramatic.
No.
I literally see a resemblance.
No.
Yes.
I don't think I'm being dramatic either.
You said no.
Oh, I meant to the dramatic.
No to that. Yes to
no,
that.
yes.
Yes. She was 16. Who was she? If she's Zoe 101, she's on set. She's filming.
And we know he likes to work with kids by themselves.
12-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is she sleeping with? And when? Tell me. Who's it? Who's the dad?
I want a DNA test right now.
100% that bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, no, honestly, though. She's a fucking bitch.
No, I know. Oh my God.
With all the Britney stuff. No, yeah, we're done with her. So, but we don't excuse that bullshit. So, hopefully that's not the dad. He's not the dad. It's not the dad. I called him it. I mean,
who else? Who do they say the dad is? Like, is she with the guy? Is she married to him? Do you know anything?
I don't even know, to be honest. I never thought about it, I guess.
I remember she was like always on like Extra. Do you remember Extra? Like on cable or regular television, like at 7 o'clock after the news.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 30-minute thing. It was like our TMZ. I remember there would always be a lot of Jamie Lynn's stuff. And then she got pregnant and that was, of course, huge. And then she was just gone because she wasn't on Zoe 101 anymore. And I don't really know what happened at that point. I never heard about her again until Britney started
blasting her.
Yeah, talking about all of her stuff.
Yeah.
And what a little bitch Jamie Lynn was.
I know.
A brat. Did you finish the book?
I did not.
Okay.
I
mean, you just moved across. You moved across states. It's fine. You're excused.
Yeah. I mean, I watch stuff on TikTok and, read articles and things, but I have a general idea.
Entitled, and they already had money by the time she was born because of Britney. And Britney was like out putting in the work, making
and
the money.
And defended the dad and all the crazy shit that the dad did. Like, Disgusting.
And we talked about the foot logo. So that's the end of our theories, allegedly.
All alleged.
That we did not personally make up. Nor would we.
No, never. We're not that smart, right? Again.
Nope, chickens.
Chickens.
With that, thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. I can't believe we broke 200. That seems so small, but it's so big.
I know.
Like, it's so freaking awesome. And everybody who saw our videos on TikTok, we had a little viral moment. Thank you for coming over and supporting new episodes every Monday. If you are seeing this and you haven't subscribed, hit the button. We'll be here every Monday in our orange chairs.
These chickens are just going to be in their coop every Monday. And
Chickens in the coop.
Chickens in the coop.
I know. It's too much. You either love it or you hate it, but we're being honest. Like, that's all I know what to say. So thanks for being here. And until next time, stay curious and stay skeptical.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.